Alright, I'll give you a little while to read this. Just a little bit. I'll look at the pictures. I'll read it. The cloaking of space itself. One doesn't merely make an object invisible per se. The entire volume of the space that it rests in is made invisible too, vanished from our visual reality. The space that appears on the surface of the sphere is actually a similar region of the backdrop visual reality behind the orb, being sent into the interior interface and back out at all opposing angles of view, painting the surfaces of the concealing body with a similar looking intersection of the visual reality that hides inside between the shell of the cloak and the intersecting interface that holds the imagery of the backdrop visual reality in its place. What I'm talking about is this basic single interface cloak. The space that's made invisible is inside, between the intersecting interface inside and its outer shell orb. The spherical shell of light radiation through a given position of a visual intersection is what gives a volume of space the ability to be cloaked unseen. This is a cross-section of a cloak body. This is a three-dimensional photo illustration of a cloak body. This is a cloak body in action. And this is me right here, I guess. I'll read the rest to you. This is a televisual portal, a cloaked body with multiple interfaces. Just as philosophically satisfying is the inability to touch the hidden space, even if its hiding place is still just as tangible, because you will forever be touching the surface of the cloaked body and not the space inside. The only way to wave your hand through the cloaked space, once again, is to break open the cloak to expose it to view, but then the vanished space will appear again to fill its absence, which is as satisfying as censor on the stated notion of that space itself has vanished from our visual reality. Whether hidden from view locally or off and into another region, one cannot say for certain exactly where that patch of space has gone. It's vanished from reality, from a visual reality, and it's hidden, and you can never see it and you can never feel it. But when you open up the cloak, then that space becomes visible again. It fills the volume of that void inside the gray area. Through the breakaway view of the outer shell and the interface inside is the gray area where the space was hidden. So philosophically it's censored from being seen. So you might as well say that you're cloaking space itself, not just the object that rests in the volume of space. You're cloaking space itself.